It's the classic backyard dilemma, a debate as old as the suburbs themselves. You're standing in the aisle, faced with two fundamentally different paths to culinary glory. On one side, the sleek button-start promise of a gas grill. On the other, the primal, elemental allure of a charcoal kettle. This isn't just about buying a piece of equipment. It's a choice that defines your entire approach to cooking outdoors. This decision comes down to what you value most: speed and precision, or flavor and fire. Let's break down the real differences, point by point, so you can figure out which type of griller you truly are. Flavor. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter, because this is the single biggest argument in favor of charcoal. When people talk about that authentic, smoky, real barbecue taste, this is what they mean. Here's how it works. When fat and juices from your food drip down, they hit the hot coals and vaporize into a fragrant, flavorful smoke. That smoke then rises and coats the food, infusing it with a complexity that a gas grill simply cannot replicate on its own. It's a self-basting, flavor-enhancing cycle that creates a deep, rich crust and an unmistakable taste. A gas grill, by contrast, is much cleaner. It cooks primarily with hot air, convection, and its metal flavorizer bars, or ceramic briquettes, try to mimic the charcoal effect by vaporizing drippings, but it's a pale imitation. The resulting flavor is straightforward and clean, letting the taste of the meat or vegetables stand on its own. You can add a smoker box with wood chips to a gas grill to introduce smoke, but it often feels like a separate, added element rather than an integrated part of the cooking process. Heat and searing. Searing is what creates that beautiful, dark brown crust on a steak, locking in juices and creating immense flavor through the Maillard reaction. To do it right, you need incredibly high heat. This is another area where charcoal often has a distinct advantage. A well-stoked charcoal fire can easily reach temperatures of 700 degrees Fahrenheit or even higher, delivering intense, direct radiant heat that is perfect for getting a hard sear in minutes. This is the kind of heat you feel on your face from a few feet away. Most standard gas grills operate in the 400 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit range. While perfectly adequate for most grilling tasks, they can sometimes struggle to deliver the blistering heat needed for a steakhouse-quality sear. Higher-end gas grills often compensate for this with dedicated sear stations or infrared burners that get exceptionally hot, but you're paying a premium for that feature. Charcoal gives you that intense searing capability right out of the box, as long as you're willing to build the right fire for it. Preheat time. This is where the convenience of gas becomes impossible to ignore. A gas grill is the ultimate tool for the impatient griller. You turn a knob, push an igniter button, close the lid, and you're ready to cook in about 10 to 15 minutes. This makes a quick weeknight grilled chicken breast or a spontaneous burger feast entirely possible. The speed and ease of startup are, without a doubt, the biggest selling points for gas. Charcoal is a ritual. It demands patience. You have to light the coals, ideally in a chimney starter, and then wait 15 to 30 minutes for them to become fully ashed over and ready for cooking. This process can't be rushed. For many enthusiasts, this slower, more deliberate process is part of the appeal. It signals a transition from the workday to a more relaxed state of mind. It's an event, but if you're rushing home from work and need to get dinner on the table fast, that 30-minute wait can feel like an eternity. Temperature control. When it comes to managing heat, gas and charcoal are like comparing an automatic transmission to a manual stick shift. A gas grill offers effortless, precise control. Too hot? Turn the knob down. Need to switch from searing a steak to gently cooking vegetables? Just adjust the dial. The response is almost immediate. This makes it incredibly easy for beginners to manage their cooks and avoid burning food. You can easily set up different heat zones by simply setting the burners on one side to high and the other to low. Controlling the temperature on a charcoal grill is an art form that takes practice to master. Your primary tools are airflow and fuel. You manage heat by adjusting the vents on the top and bottom of the grill. More air means a hotter fire, less air cools it down. You also control temperature by how many coals you use and how you arrange them. Building a two-zone fire, piling the coals on one side and leaving the other empty, is a fundamental skill, allowing you to sear over the hot side and then move the food to the cooler side to finish cooking with indirect heat. It's a more hands-on, intuitive process, but it lacks the push-button simplicity of gas. Ease of use and cleanup. From start to finish, gas grills are designed for convenience. The quick startup, precise temperature control, and straightforward operation make them exceptionally user-friendly, especially for beginners. When you're done cooking, you just turn off the burners and give the grates a quick scrape. The ongoing maintenance involves cleaning the grease trap and occasionally checking the burners and gas lines, but there's no messy ash to deal with on a daily basis. Charcoal grilling is a messier, more primal experience. You're dealing with dusty charcoal before you cook and greasy ash after you're done. The cleanup is a non-negotiable part of every cookout. You have to wait for the coals to cool completely before safely disposing of the ash. While the grill itself is often a simpler machine with fewer parts to break, the hands-on nature of fuel management and cleanup makes it a more involved process from beginning to end. Cost. When comparing costs, you have to look at both the initial purchase price and the ongoing fuel expenses. Charcoal grills generally have a much lower barrier to entry. You can buy a classic Weber kettle, a grill that can last for decades and produce world-class food, for a relatively modest price. Gas grills, with their more complex components like burners, valves, and igniters, almost always have a higher upfront cost, especially for models with more features. However, the long-term fuel costs can tell a different story. A 20-pound propane tank can provide 20 to 25 hours of cooking time, and refills are relatively inexpensive. A large bag of charcoal might only last for 3 or 4 long cookouts, and the cost per session can add up, especially if you're using premium lump charcoal. If you grill several times a week, a gas grill can actually be more cost-effective in the long run. Portability, capacity, and features. For tailgating, camping, or trips to the park, a small charcoal grill is hard to beat. Simple kettle or hibachi-style grills are lightweight, compact, and require no extra tanks or hoses. While portable propane grills exist, they are often bulkier due to the need to carry a propane cylinder. In the backyard, however, gas grills tend to win on capacity and features. They are typically larger, rectangular units with more cooking surface, making them ideal for large gatherings. The market is flooded with gas grills offering an array of extra features. Side burners for heating sauces, rotisserie kits, built-in lights for nighttime grilling, and storage cabinets. Charcoal grills are generally more minimalist, focusing purely on the grilling experience, though you can find larger barrel-style or ceramic Kamado models that offer immense versatility for both grilling and smoking. Health and versatility. The debate over health often centers on emissions. Gas burns more cleanly, producing water vapor and carbon dioxide. Charcoal combustion can create more smoke and airborne particulates. There is also concern about potential carcinogens, HCAs and PAHs, created when fat drips onto hot coals and creates flare-ups. However, these can be mitigated on any grill by avoiding charring, cooking at lower temperatures, and using marinades. When it comes to versatility, particularly for low and slow smoking, charcoal has a natural advantage. It's easy to add wood chunks directly to the coals for authentic smoke flavor, and a well-managed charcoal fire can hold a steady 225 to 250 grease fouets for hours, making it perfect for briskets, pork shoulders, and ribs. Gas grills can be used for smoking with the help of smoker boxes, but they struggle to replicate the same environment and often require more fiddling to maintain low temperatures. The final verdict: which griller are you? The choice between gas and charcoal is a choice between your head and your heart. Your head might tell you that gas is logical, practical, and easy. Your heart might be drawn to the primal, elemental, and flavor-packed world of charcoal. And for the truly dedicated, the answer is often both. A gas grill for the weeknights and a charcoal grill for the weekend projects. The only wrong decision is not grilling at all.